What's going on, guys? Today's the day, beautiful day outside, so time to get this Hansshow DIY kit for the 2021 Tesla Model 3 kit installed. I'm gonna start, I'll bring you guys along, but I'm gonna start by pulling all the panels off, show you in pictures what panel goes where and what to remove, and then we'll go through step by step on the install of it. The instructions they give you are pretty useless. I mean, they give you like a picture and then half-ass wording of what to do with it. So we'll do some trial and error. I'll test it out and then let you guys know, and then I'll do a full detailed rundown of how I installed it and where everything got installed. So we'll show you there and we'll get going and see you in a bit. All right, guys, my car had 3 mounts, so sorry if you can't see it. One right there, one right there, and one right there. When you pull it down, there is a slide in that goes here, so pull it in and slide it towards you and it'll come out, and then you can remove the speaker and the light connection as well and get this panel up out of your way. For this panel here, you just kind of pull it out from underneath the rubber, this guy here, and then pull out the top and then pull it directly up, because there is a clip that fits down inside there. And then for this panel, you remove the mount here, get it out of the way, and then the panel should come off. For the A-pillar panel, just unclip it from each side, from underneath the rubber, pull the clips out, and then pull directly towards the back of the car to get it out, because you can see there's clips that fit inside channels there, so you don't want to break those off by just prying it out way towards the driver's side. You got to pop the back off first and then pull the panel towards the back of the car to get it out. So there's the panel out, and then we will find, you can see in here, there's a red and a black pin with the DIY kit. So we just have to figure out what connector it is and then insert the pins along with the cables, because there's no longer that plug-in plug that the previous to 2021 models had. And then if you look, there's the amplifier slash control unit. This is the plug that you're gonna tie into, this guy here. This side will go into the DIY kit, and the DIY kit side will go back into that connector there. So that'll make that loop. Okay, so the connector you're looking for to tie the 2 signal cables are this guy. This guy right here. It's the farthest one to the back of the car when you're looking underneath. Here's underneath, there's the amplifier up there with that cable you need to tie into. So it's the very first one towards the back of the car. So if you look on this side of the pins, the white and red cables they identify on their instructions they send you are right here. So pins 4 and 5 are, pins 4 is the white cable, pin 5 is the red cable. So 1 is the black, 2 is gray, 3 is brown, 4 is white, and 5 is red. That's where you would plug in your pin connectors. Just push it into that, make the connection, put a zip tie on that cable so those cables cannot pull out. You can tape it. I'd rather just zip tie. I'm going to zip tie mine so it doesn't pull, the cables can't pull back out, and just stay in there seated and make that connection. You do not remove these 2 wires. They just stay in, and then you insert the pins and on top or next to those 2 white and red wires. So just put it in the 2 slots for those, and that should be that. And then your other connection is right up here, this guy. So remove that one, tie it into your Hansshow DIY kit harness, and then plug the other side of the harness back into the kit, and that will be your passenger side connections. To get the center piece out so you can feed your cables underneath and through. It's pretty simple. Just grab on the very bottom of it, just kind of give it a slight tug, and there's pins and clips that hold it in. Just kind of pull gentle, slowly out, and it'll come out like so. And then you can just feed your cables to the driver's side through this cavity here. You'll just pull the same panel on the driver's side off so you can get to your cables on that side. So removing this panel's pretty simple, easy, just clips. Just make sure you kind of pull, give pressure up and down so you don't break any of those clips off, and it comes off pretty simple. All right, onto the driver's side, we'll remove this bottom panel from above the brake and accelerator pedal. So there's a clip there that needs to be removed. There's a T20 Torx screw that needs to be removed there, and then there's another clip, push clip there, that needs to be removed. And then this panel, let's see, let me get my hand in there, will just come out, drop down. You have the light cable that you'll have to disconnect. This guy will have to be disconnected, and then there's another cable, this guy, that just sits into the plastic opening there. So just unclip that, pull that out, and then your panel will come out and be out of your way. And then your cable that you need to get to is, I believe, this guy, but I'll double check, get right back to you. That is correct. That connector you're looking for is that one. So closest to the rear of the car. First connector, your two colors are the purple and black wires. So if you look, get a better view in there. So pin 2 and 3 is where you want to go. So the purple and black. So the first two from the bottom here. So there's your empty spot, your purple, and then your black is right above that. And you'll go into those two with your signal wire as well. Used to be on the previous 2021 models, you unplug the purple and black wire from the connector and then plug in the Hansshow connector, but 2021 they put it all into one connector instead of keeping it separate. So that's why we have to use the pins, push the pins in along with the purple and black wire, and then zip tie them in so they don't come out. So make sure they're seated in to make the good electrical connection for the signal, and that's where you'll go. And then your other connector you'll need is this guy. Disconnect one side, plug it into the Hansshow kit, plug the other end of the Hansshow kit into the other side, and that's it. So then you'll be good to go. And so that would be it for the passenger and driver side, and then I'll show you running that cable to the back. I don't know if I'm going to run it to the back because obviously I don't even have speakers in my tray back there, so it's not even worth the effort to run that cable back there and plug it in if it's not going to be any relevance to me. What I'll do is I will probably just not run the cable, just connect everything in the front, turn everything back on, see if it actually, if everything is working, then I'm not going to run that cable to the back of the car. I'll just coil it up and stuff it underneath one of the panels here on the passenger side, so that way I don't have to run the cable all the way to the back of the car and plug into the signal, because these models do not have speakers in the rear tray, so no sense of running the cable if we don't have to. All right, here's your Hansshow kit. So you have these two signal wires, the shorter ones on the left hand side of the kit when you're looking at it this way. These will go, it's weird how they set it up, but these should go to your passenger plug. I believe it's the white and black cables in there, or white and red, sorry, white and red. So I'm going to do red to red and black to white. Plug it in and I'll show you guys that. And then the other half of that is your cable that goes to the back of the car, so the back deck. So I'm not going to hook this up right away and see if everything works. If it works, I'm not going to run this cable back there, but if it doesn't work, then obviously we'll have to run it back to pull up some other kind of signal, so we'll see. And then the other side of it, on the right hand side, you have this connector here, which will go up to the top into your the amplifier is there, and then the other cables onto that are these two. So you have this guy, which goes over to your driver's side, plugs into that blue connector that's right there, and then obviously you have your signal cables. Again, these will go to your purple and black. So I'm gonna go black to black and red to purple. I don't know why they didn't color code it better, but hopefully that is the way it's gonna work. So I'll run everything, show you guys. What I'm gonna do is put the box up top, up here somewhere behind the carpet, run all the cables and everything, stuff them in directions onto the driver's side, and then do the connections for the driver's side. All right guys, remove the connector from here. You push on this tab here. I use the pry tool to basically, pry tool to get this in, and I pried on it to get it out because I couldn't just pull it out easily. But once I got it popped out, just pull it out of there. There's not much room for movement. So there's your connector. That'll go into your Hansshow. Alright, sorry guys, it's not easy to film and connect connectors at the same time. So your Hansshow connector will plug in like so, and then the other end of that connector will go up and plug back into the amplifier. Just make sure everything's clipped in. You hear it clip when you push it in and click in, so that way, and even give it a little tug just to make sure it's not going to come out, so you don't have loose connections that are going to cause issues later down the road. All right guys, on the driver's side, got that panel off. This one's a little harder, so I just used the pry tool right up in this corner to pop it out, and then obviously pry it out with my hand to get that all popped off. You see I fed the cable from the passenger side over through and through, and then we will get this guy plugged in to here. These go to that. So let's see if I can do it one-handed while holding you guys. So pushing the tab, probably not gonna be able to get it. Well, there we go. Pushing the tab, and just use the tool to pry up, or you pull up with your hand. If you have two free hands, it's a lot easier. So then you can plug your connector, blue connector, male into the female of the DIY kit. Maybe. Go. And then your male end of the DIY to the female end of the car. Apologies for the crappy videoing, but that's life when you have one hand holding the camera, other hand doing work. So then under here in our cable, we have our purple and black wires. So I'm gonna go black to black. So the pin, you can see this guy, the pin, I'm just gonna stick in with the hole with the black wire as well. And then red, I'm gonna go to purple. And like that. Then what I'll do is I'll zip tie everything tight, like so, so these don't pull out or want to pull out. I may even zip tie them a little closer, tighter, to keep them in there nice and snug. I'm not gonna do any kind of wire management right now. I just want to turn it on and test everything and see if it works. So I have my connector in here on the driver's side. I have my two wires, signal wires in, and then on the passenger side I have my connector into the amplifier, male female plug in the amplifier, and then I also have my signal cables plugged in the same way I did here on the driver's side, plugged in. I went red to red and then white to black to white. So I'll show you a little closer up shot of that, just a snippet photo of that. And so yeah, that's all in, and then we'll see if it actually works. All right guys, we got success. It's working, everything's working. I don't know, you probably can't hear it, but we do have sound coming out. I don't know if you can hear that. The sound coming out of this speaker and also this guy on both the driver and passenger side. So everything seems to be working great. So what to do is cleaned up, do some wire management, clean everything up. Like I said, I did not run the wire to the back of the car just because the rear deck speakers I don't have. So to me, it was no sense on running wires back there if I don't even have speakers to turn on. So I just bundled it up here. I'll probably just stick it inside there and tuck everything away cleanly. So yeah, everything's working now, so it's a success. Seems to be working both driver's passenger side. No issues with balance and fade for either side, so it's good. Like I said, right now I can't tell you if there's a huge noticeable difference of sound, but what I will do is when I'm driving, obviously in the car, sitting in the car with the doors closed, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to hear a noticeable difference. Just a little bit sitting in here now, you can definitely hear the highs are much more in the front because of the tweeters and on the doors, and then your mid tweets that are up top on the A-pillar. So yeah, they're working. So there you go guys. If you have any questions or anything, comments or anything, just leave me a message, comment below, and then I'll try to get back to you and help you guys out however you need it. If you guys need any help for install or questions, I'll do what I can to help you guys out. And yeah, subscribe. I do have a huge announcement coming up. Something that I haven't seen done to a 2021 yet, Model 3. So it's coming soon. I'm working with the company to do some a little mods. We'll say mods to the car, and then but stay tuned. When those show up, they do a video on it of what it is, and I'll reveal what it is, and also be showing you the install of that as well. But yeah, so far so great. Hansshow DIY kit, Tesla Model 3 2021 version is working. I don't love the way the pins, you have to put the pins in there and just kind of tape it up and zip tie it in there, but with the connector the way it is, that's just kind of where we're stuck at. So I'll do that. Like I said, I'll update everybody later on if I have any issues with the wires coming loose or anything, but I'm going to zip tie them. I'll probably actually tape them as well, just to keep everything in there nice and tight. But yeah, everything's working, good to go. Hansshow, thank you very much. Great engineering, fast engineering on it, because I ordered the 2021 or 2020 kit before I even ordered my car, and it showed up and I was like holding off installing it, then finally came out that the 2020 and older kit does not work for the refresh model 2021 Model 3. So they did design a new kit. So when you go on your web page, it gives you an option to select 2020 or older or 2021. So just make sure if you have a 2021, just make sure you select that, or if you vice versa, if you have 2020 or older, make sure you select that one, because the wiring is a bit different. So there you have it. Thanks guys. Like I said, if you have any questions or comments, comment down below. Thanks guys, take care. All right guys, there we have it. Everything is complete, put back together. Trick for this, to get, just stick your fingers back here and like pull it along as you feed this guy in. That can be the most time consuming part. But yeah, everything's back together. I pulled the Hansshow box, control box, and stuck it up in this corner up here, up in there, just above on the other side of the speaker. So I don't know if you can see it. There you go, you can see it right there in that corner. That's where I put it, just so it's not under the floor mat and pushing up on the mat at all. But yeah, everything's good. Put away, cleaned up. All in all, the whole install probably took me 40 minutes start to finish. So it's a very simple install, easy to do. Like I said, the hardest part was just identifying what wires, because the installation kit they send is not the greatest by far. So hopefully this video helps you guys out, and like I said, if you have any questions, comment below and let me know. I'll try to help you out where I can. All right, thanks guys, take care.